This is to get the cover off for a 2016 Toyota Fortuner key fob battery. You stick this little screwdriver right here and you press up on the metal and then use the metal as a lever to pry it off. Here's the cover. And then you just stick that in there and use the metal as a lever to push up on that and then pry it off. Looks about like that. That's the little slot where it goes in. And the cover snaps in the slot right here. See that little slot? That's where the cover snaps in here. There's one side, and then the other side it snaps in here. That's the other side. So it sets in on that side. That's the main one, and you don't want to pry from here. You want to pry from right here so you don't damage it. So this is where you stick the screwdriver, right in there. And then you push up on it like that, and then that pushes the cover off. And it just pops on both sides. There's a slot on both sides there and there. And then to get the actual dust cover off, that's just kind of easy. You just stick that in here. Small screwdriver. I have a butter knife, but that's too big. So you need something small like this little screwdriver. So you stick that in there and then you just pry up and then that just pops out. It just stick that in there. Then hold the key fob, but I'm holding the phone so I can't do it. And then you just pull up and then that little dust cover will pop out. So it's just done like that, and it must be small. So like this. And the battery is 1620. It's a 1620 1620, and the positive side is up. And see the instruction picture that you stick something in there and then it pops the dust cover off. But that's easy. The hard part is getting this cover off. And of course you have to remove this key ring. It makes it a lot easier. So remove that first and then stick the screwdriver in here. I'm trying to get a good focus on it. Approximately in there, and then use the metal as a lever. So I can show you what holds it on. So this is plastic here. See the little 3 knobs? That goes in the slot on one of the sides. There's 3 on this side, and then the other side has smaller ones, which look like that. Let me see if I can get it. And that's the other side. 3 little knobs. Those are smaller. And then here. They're pretty strong, so they don't break easily. But you have to pry it from the correct spot or you will break them, so you don't want to do that. So the pry point is like down here. See the corner? So when you pry it, you pick that side up, and there's nothing that holds it there. It's just smooth, and that'll come out of the slot then. Anyway, there's nothing here to hold it, and that's where the screwdriver goes, so you don't damage it. Just look for the metal and stick a screwdriver in there. You'll see the place, there's a little notch, and then you'll just stick that in the notch, and then you'll press up gently. Make sure it's in there far enough so you don't damage the plastic. Trying to get a good focus on it. Yeah, there it is. That's the little notch. It's got little scratches on it from the screwdriver, but the plastic is not damaged. The first time I did this, I took the whole cover in half, and that's another way to do it, but this is the proper way to get the battery out. Just this cover, then the dust cover. has a knot, some kind of notch here too. So I don't think there's anything that actually connects here. There is a slot here, but there's nothing on the plastic that corresponds to that. There might be, I don't know, it's probably kind of small. That's not the main thing that holds it. Yeah, there's a small one. One little tiny notch. So the one on the bottom doesn't do very much. The one on the side, there's 3 on the side here, 3 big ones. That's the main thing that holds it together. That has to go in first. This goes in first. These big notches got to go in first. And then these go in next. And then the bottom one, the little tiny one, will hook in there. So I'll put these 3 big notches in the slot first, and then the other side will just pop on. But it's easy to put it back together. Just the hard part is getting it apart. So to get it back on, you put the big slot first and just kind of lean it. And then once you get it lined up, just pop it. That's easy. This thing is in the way. So the main thing is get it in there. You'll make some scratches on it, but try not to crack the plastic. That's where the screwdriver has to go in to start with. And then you'll pry this side. This is where there's not very much holding it, and then what's holding it is on this side. That's the really big ones. And this one is where you're starting from. That's where it's intended for. And the thing that's holding it are real small notches. So those will just come right off, and then this will come because this side is off. So the small side is where the pry is. So the prying is here, and that's the small notches. Anyway, luckily I did it without breaking it. 1620. And this is a 2016. It works for basically all the Toyotas. It's a switchblade style. Okay, well, I have the wrong battery, so I have to go to SM and buy it. Okay, hope this worked out for you. Thank you.